Georgia Congressman Rich McCormick joins me. He's a decorated veteran and member of the House Armed Services and the House Foreign Affairs Committees. Good evening, sir. Tonight, obviously, we've got a couple things on the plate. First, the State Department sending that report to Capitol Hill about Israel. Then we've got the UN voting to recognize Palestinians. Of course, the U.S. voted no to that. And we've got the president doing a 180, saying we don't turn our back. You heard this soundbite about our allies, and apparently now he's considering suspending military aid to Israel. So your thoughts?
Well, he's been holding up military aid to Israel for a while now. M16s, now bombs, other munitions and weaponry. This is the game he plays. It's no surprise to anybody who's been paying attention to the Biden administration that he uses and manipulates the political system to his advantage, regardless of what allies we have. He slow-rolled aid to Ukraine. He slow-rolled aid to Taiwan, things that they paid money for. Slow-rolled all kinds of aid to Israel when it's politically expedient. When you talk about former promises he's made, if you look at the administration's promises to the southern border, he'll do anything he can to warp the political system to his advantage, give away whatever monies he can when it buys votes, withhold any aid that we've already promised when it buys more votes. That's his agenda. All he cares about is power.
You know, it's fair. You know, he's obviously as commander-in-chief. You know, he's got the power and the authority. We've given him to him as the president of the United States for a period of time to change policies. But the problem is this: is that he has basically sent a message to the world that maybe the United States word is not that great, and that's actually even a broader problem than what's going on with Israel. Nonetheless, the situation in Israel is very serious. I think at a minimum, he owes it to the United States. He owes it to the American people to explain this, because this is extraordinarily serious.
If you look at it, he's empowering the United Nations to do all this bad acting. When you look at the United Nations, who's basically sanctioned or given resolutions against Israel more than all other nations combined, basically an entity that's been anti-Israeli, anti-Semitic, anti-American, and to go along with that sort of pressure, to give in to this sort of political pressure that all of a sudden Israel is the bad guy alone, that Hamas has no part to play in this, that a country that they want to recognize as a country that has extremists, terrorists as people who are leaders in that government is absurd, and it's something we need to push back on.
The Israeli ambassador holding up the picture of Sinwar. I mean, I don't know if the viewers remember this, but Sinwar is at least said to be holding hostages as human shields in Gaza right now, and holding up any sort of effort to have any sort of resolution of this.
And talk about one of the worst president when it comes to foreign policy of all time. Joe Biden, what he did in Afghanistan, betrays veterans like myself, the people who lost their lives, the 2,462 lives that were lost over there, what he continues to do with Israel, what he's done with other foreign countries. This guy has no clue what he's doing. The fact that he's gone against what we've already allotted to give to Israel. How can you say that M16s, for example, are going to be used in the wrong way, that he's actually going along with the United Nations saying, oh, yeah, any allegations, we need to wait until those things are resolved. The United Nations does nothing but make allegations against Israel. We'll never give any aid to them if we're relying on them.
Well, I disagree with the president on Israel, and so for that reason, I wish that he would address the nation on this, because I'd like to hear his explanation for this. Congressman Rich McCormick, thank you, sir.
All right. God bless.